Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on Prize Picks. We got 3 games of NBA tonight, so it's going to be a real quick one. I'm just going to hop through my best plays of the day, and let's just get right into it because, okay, first up, make sure you guys are hopping on the Winnable. This is what I talk about every single video. It's basically where I drop free plays. You can sign up for the free plan right here. It also includes the link to the Discord, so you can join and then chat in the Discord as well. We also got a ton of VIP passes. The VIP has been doing pretty well over the last weekend. Monday was just all right, but our Sunday and our Saturday were absolutely huge. Now, let's move into the first game of the night, which is the Washington Wizards taking on the Atlanta Hawks. So, we're going to talk about this one, and the Wizards have just been an absolutely terrible team so far this year, and betting against them has been pretty much free money. I want to say, like, they kept this one close against Chicago, who started off really hot but aren't actually that good. I mean, we all knew that was the case. They've lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 in a row. Is that even correct? They've lost 14 in a row. Yeah. For some reason, I thought it was around 10, but now it's climbed up to 14 in a row now, and they're going up against the Hawks, who right now sit at 6th in the East, 11-7. I think this one's, I mean, obviously, we think the Hawks are going to win this. The Hawks are currently 10.5-point favorites because the Wizards are just that terrible of a defense. But what we're going to go ahead and do is for the player props, we're going to go ahead and take Jalen Johnson. This seems like it's just too good of a line for him because if the Wizards can at least keep this one close, he'll play a good amount of minutes, right? Like, he's playing quite a few minutes in these games where he's going over, right? 38, 39, 39, 40, 41. But even, look at this, is what I like to see, right? Even in a game where here they play against the Kings and they won by 33, even though he only played 24 minutes, he still went over on his points line, right? So it's not like he can't hit this if it's a blowout, right? And, I mean, the best thing about this matchup is just look at this, right? I'll show you guys exactly the defensive stats. Defensive rating for the Wizards is last. Defensive rank per the position is last. Paint points allowed is third to last. Defensive shooting zone, second to last. Defensive player type, it's also last, right? This Wizards team is terrible. Might be the worst team ever. And his line at 23.5, we are taking the over. But I know you guys probably don't want to hear me talk about this game anymore because at the end of the day, nobody's really going to watch that one. So go ahead and add that into your player prop, and now let's move and add that in your parlay. Now let's move into the next one, right? Tyrese Maxey has been one of the hardest players to predict because he's been consistently good, right? He's only had 2 games where he scored less than 25 points, but his line is all the way up at 31.5, right? This is the kind of player that, you know, when he is on, he is absolutely flying. And in this one, if we look at the defensive rating for the Magic, they're sitting right there at 16, right? They're very middle of the road. But one thing that the Magic do like to do is really try to clamp down on the 3-point shooting, right? 4th best defense at defending shots that come from around here. But then the shots in the mid-range, they actually end up giving them more. And that makes sense, right? If they really close out hard to the 3-point line, players can hop in here and take a long or a mid-range 2, which is what the Magic want, right? They don't want anybody taking threes, especially with how good, 3-point shooting has become recently. That's just the Magic's identity, right? They try to be a good defense that cuts down on the 3-point shooting. And if we look here at where Quentin Grimes specifically takes most of his shots, it's right there, right? He takes 51% of the shots right over here, and that's exactly where the Magic do not let players have good shooting games from. And if we look at the previous players that play kind of like Grimes, right, 3-point specialists, Herter barely went over his line. He got 11, and the line was 10.5. And then Buddy Hield, whose line was 6.5, very similar player, right, to Grimes. They shoot a lot of threes. He only got 2 points, right? So this is one of those spots where we like taking Grimes on the under. His line is at 16.5, but you can probably take it at 17.5 if you take the right book. Take it at 17.5 and then hit the under right here because it's probably just not going to get a matchup for him, right? I like Embiid, might do well, but he's also questionable, injured. Maxey, likely going to do well. He can probably play around any defensive style, but a guy like Grimes, where he really gets the majority of his, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. 2.5 threes is his projection. He gets the majority of his points from the 3-point line. This is not a good matchup for him, right? You really just want to fade players on their threes when they play the Magic. But let's get into the best game of the night because the Lakers are must-see TV right now, right? The last last couple of games, right, when LeBron has been in, they've played against the Jazz, right? So nobody really cares. Honestly, the Jazz look good, but if you win by 2 and then you win by 14 against the Jazz, it's like, yeah, sure, whatever, right? Now they play against their first real kind of competition here, and the Clippers. Clippers are 6.5 point underdogs. Like, I guess Lakers are 6.5 point favorites. But where we really like taking this play, I want to say this. I want to stress this so much. Braun on the under might be one of the best plays. Braun on the under for points. Let me say that one more time. Braun on the under for points might be one of the best plays for this entire season, right? Not just this specific game, just that as a trend. Taking LeBron on the under for points might be broken because LeBron's line and basically every other star player's line is going to be boosted up a little bit just because they're the star player, right? This is something that happens in betting a lot. They don't need to set the line where they think it's going to happen. They just need to set the line so that the public has even amounts on both sides. And that means that the projected value for a player and the actual value for a player are going to be different because the projections are going to be based off of what the public think is going to happen, right? What that means, most people love betting the overs. Most people love betting star players on the overs, so LeBron's line is going to be increased, right? 20.5 here is out of this world, right? He shot 18 times, but he only shot 4 3-pointers, missed them all. This time, he only shot 7 field goals. He literally only shot 7 times. He had 4 free throws. He only made 1 of them. I mean, like, LeBron's been terrible from the line, but 7 field goal attempts. Anybody who's playing 30 minutes and taking 7 field goal attempts, I'm not taking them to get 21 points. I'm just not doing it. And it's not like it's like I hate LeBron right here or anything like that. But bottom line is, he is the 3rd best scorer on this team. And you can be a LeBron lover. You can say he's the best player in the world. And he's been the best player of all time, right? But as of right now, in this moment, when he is this old, and he's got Austin Reeves, who's looking insane, and Luka Doncic, who might be the best player in the world right now, on his team, LeBron is the 3rd best scorer on this team. Can he elevate? Yes. But is he going to elevate in a random November 25th, literally a random Tuesday night against the Clippers? Is he going to do that? No, he's not going to elevate and try to shoot up 25 shots and just to get over his line. LeBron is not that kind of a player. The assists, on the other hand, is where he's going to affect the game. You saw 20 potential assists, 60 passes made in this first one, and he came down with 12 assists. Here, 12 potential assists, 8 assists total in 34 minutes, right? He's playing the minutes. He's focusing on the assists. He knows he has gravity, but we're not going to take him over on the assists. Unless you want to move the line down, some of these places, I think you can maybe. Just drop the line down to like a 6.5 or even a 5.5 if you want a parlay piece. But just take it at 6.5. I love the assists on the over. But for the points at 20.5, LeBron on the under. I love this play so much because the line's inflated. He's playing against the Clippers. You never really know what could happen here. I mean, the Clippers, I don't really care what the matchup is because I like LeBron on the under for points for a ton of games this season, right? As long as Doncic and Reeves are both in, and the line is sitting up here at 20.5, I am slamming LeBron on the under every single game. Now, he could go and prove me wrong, but he could go and drop 30 points because he's just that guy, right? We all know LeBron has that level he can elevate to. But all I'm saying is that I don't believe he's going to do that, right? I don't believe he's going to elevate in this game and try to, put the ball in his own hands and get to the rim when he could literally just make a good, easy, simple pass that he sees that the rest of the court doesn't see and get an easy, wide open 3 for Rui in the corner. Right? That's what LeBron has is impact, and he's going to impact this game through his passing, not necessarily through shooting 25 times a game, because it's not like he was back on the Heat or back on the Cavs when he was literally a one-man show. He's the 3rd best scorer on this team. We have to admit that, and we have to take the 3rd best scorer on a team on the under at 20.5 points. That's all I got for the video. I appreciate you guys watching until the end, and let's make some money on Tuesday night.